Usually I'm an alto, my period is a baritone. I'm on my period. Hello friends, and welcome to another video. This week, we're going to be trying out the Thinx period panties. You guys can't see these things because I've hidden them moderately well, but there's a pimple sprouting above my eyebrow, and the top button of my pants are undone because I'm on my period. That's right. I started early this morning. I'm not a morning person, but apparently my period is. The Thinx period panties have been out for a little while, and they're advertised basically as just like normal underwear that can replace a pad or can act as a panty liner on a really heavy day. They have different pairs of panties, like they have more heavy duty ones for sort of your more heavier flow days, and they also have a thong, which is just for the lighter days. I have made other people try period panties for a video before, but I've never tried period panties myself, and I'm very excited to do so in front of all you wonderful people. Day one of my period is pretty much over, and as you guys know, I have a 7-day period. Most of my bleeding happens on days 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 5 are kind of like medium, and then 6 and 7 are just like spurts. I've been a tampon user since I was about 16, so I'm really excited to try something new this month and get my claws into these panties. So I got these 3 pairs of period panties: a hip hugger, a sport, and a thong. I have really high hopes. I've heard good things. It's supposed to feel dry and comfortable, and you don't have to worry about changing a tampon or changing out a pad. I'm just really excited to try these guys out and see if Thinx is worth it, lives up to the hype, and if this is a magical period product that everyone should honestly have. It is very late at night, so I'm about to go to bed. I am gonna wear one of these guys to sleep tonight. High stakes. Hopefully I don't ruin the sheets. That would be very sad. Time to put my first pair of period panties on. I'm gonna start with the hip hugger. The hip hugger is 34 bucks, and it's supposed to hold about 2 tampons worth. I'm gonna try and put them on one-handed. Here's the hip huggers from the front. Here's the hip huggers from the back. Let's put these guys on. Okay, so they feel really soft. They do feel a little bit like swimwear. I got the size medium. You can definitely tell that there's a lining around the crotchal area. It feels a little more secure than I thought it might. They are on. On the outside, they feel a lot like a swimsuit bottom, but they are pretty comfortable on the inside. They do feel mostly like normal underwear. They fit a little tight around my leg openings, but that makes sense because you want to like have everything contained. I'm a huge fan of the fact that they have this kind of like mesh at the top. The mesh waistband is super comfortable. It says it holds 2 tampons worth, so I say let's just get into it. I am not going to put any towel down because I like to live dangerously.
Also ignore the fact that my sheets are extremely wrinkly.
I'm about to turn in for the night and I just felt something drop. Here's to hoping I can keep it in my panties. Okay, bye. Guys, guess what? There's nothing on the sheets. I feel pretty dry. I wouldn't say I feel 100% desert dry. I'm gonna shower and put on the other pair, but I'm gonna have to wash these because I'm gonna have to wear these again later today or tonight. I think my biggest issue is just gonna be I'm gonna have to be doing laundry a lot. Maybe I should have bought more underwear. So I just took off the hip huggers that I slept in and threw them in the laundry.
While those guys are being washed, let's go for the sport panty.
It's $32 a pair and it holds about 1.5 tampons worth. Oh my God, did you see on the front it says real menstruating human?
Too bad they didn't know that I am not human. I am dancer.
This is the sport panty from the front, and this is the sport panty from the back. This one is the same material as the last one. It does feel a little less thick, but I can still feel the lining on the inside. So these guys are supposed to hold 1.5 tampons worth. So that should last me for a good few hours. So I'm actually doing a photo shoot right now, and my period panties are holding up very well. I will say though that I was sitting down and I was so nervous that the underwear would like shift a little and it would leak out from the sides, but so far so good.
2 hours later.
I may have run into a disaster. I think I underestimated my flow, and I haven't had a chance to go home, and my panties have runneth over. I couldn't really tell that I had filled it up until I went to the bathroom and realized that the blood had soaked through to the other side. Crap. I can't go home to get the other pair for a couple of hours. They said this one is supposed to only be 1.5 tampons worth, which should be enough for like a few hours for me, but maybe day 2 is just too intense. I'm just gonna try and not sit down, and hopefully it'll just be able to hold up until I can go home. I didn't think to throw the thong or like the extra panty in my bag, which is my bad, but also like I'm sad that this happened. Okay, so I'm finally home. I think the panties do a pretty good job of keeping in the smell until you bleed through, and then the smell kind of starts percolating. It was rank. So I washed the sport panties, and they are drying on the drying rack. Look at my sport panty. It's drying. You can barely even tell that I just completely soaked through it. It washes out quite nicely. I also washed a bunch of my yoga pants. Win! We're going to the mall right now, and I put on my hip huggers because we're going out for a few hours, so I didn't want to risk it with the thong. So right now I have like full coverage underwear and some extra padding around the crotch and some pants. It doesn't feel uncomfortable necessarily, it just feels a little bulky. Like I'm wearing a little bit of butt pad, you know?
Yeah, you're smacking your butt.
I don't know, it's something, because I can't really feel it because there's so much padding. So I'm just like,
Smacking your butt.
So we went to the mall and we came back, and my period panties are very dry and warm, very warm, because there's lots of layers happening. Besides that, they're pretty comfortable. It's just a little bulky still. I'm mostly just sitting and editing today. I feel good about just wearing the sport panty today. I think we should be okay for a little while, and then maybe I'll throw the thong on at the end of the day. The last pair that I bought was the thong. I was so fascinated by the idea of a thong being a period panty that I thought I had to try it. Got it right here. So the thong is $24 and it holds about half of a tampon's worth. It's definitely got some coverage in the front, though a true thong in the back. We're only gonna be out for like an hour or two, so hopefully it'll be fine. The thing that I'm really excited about for the thong is the mesh waistband. I'm here for the mesh waistband, you guys know. I would never put period panty and sexy lingerie in the same room. So I'm pretty impressed that they were like, no, we're gonna make a thong. It's not cute. It feels extremely comfortable. Besides the fact that the front is kind of slippery and swimsuity, it feels almost exactly like a normal thong. We're out at In-N-Out. I'm wearing my period thong and I feel great actually. I can't say that the river is rushing forth right now. It's actually pretty calm downstairs. Unintended consequence of wearing this thong, Tyler just screaming the thong song at every turn.
Baby, that thong, 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 thong. I like where we go. I like where we go. What were you saying?
I've been walking and sitting today. I wore my sport briefs. Even though the hip hugger is supposed to be the one that holds the most liquid, I find that the sport panty feels a little bit bulkier. It's day 6. I'm just chilling and editing again, and I'm wearing the thong. And I feel very comfortable and very secure. It does have a use. It's great for like those last couple of days where you're just like, if I didn't wear anything, something bad might happen, but I just need a little something. So it's day 7 and I'm wearing my thong under leggings. It's actually quite comfortable. What I did realize is that I haven't exercised at all in these guys, but just to try it out, I will get to yoga tonight in this thong. So I just got back from yoga. There was obviously a lot of stretching, a little bit of sweating, definitely a lot of like crotchal movement. I know today's the last day of my period, so it's not the best day to actually see if I would have bled through my clothes, but I thought they were comfortable under my yoga pants. I didn't feel like I had a wedgie. I didn't feel like it was too gathered up. The hottest and the sweatiest I've been is when I wore the period panties under jeans, but under yoga pants, they seem pretty breathable. So my period is over now, and so is my first Thinx period panty period. Overall, as a tampon user, I found the first couple of days to be kind of off-putting because I'm just not used to the feeling of the drop. Besides the one day that I overflowed, it wasn't too wet. It wasn't 100% dry, but it definitely wasn't wet feeling. My biggest issue with these period panties are how expensive they are. They run at about like 25 to 30 bucks each, which is pretty steep. And unlike a Diva cup or something, you don't need just one. I managed to get through the week with just 3, but I was doing laundry like constantly. So I think like if you're gonna use just period panties, you kind of need like 5 or 6. So I actually found the thong really great to just throw on for the last couple of days of my period, just to kind of like catch anything left. My least favorite pair were the sport panties. I think now I also have a complex against these because these are the ones that completely overflowed on me. Thinx does say on a heavier day, maybe bring a tampon or a backup. I've been using tampons for so long, I kind of know exactly how many tampons I need, but when you switch to a totally new period product that you don't know like how much blood it holds, the first couple of uses are kind of troubleshooting. Overall, I think the Thinx period panties are a great supplementary product to whatever period products you're using. I love the thong and I think I'm gonna continue to use it, and they're pretty secure and comfortable to sleep in, so I'm probably gonna use the hip huggers to sleep in as well. I think that investing in 1 or 2 of these period panties could be really helpful. I don't think for me, I'm gonna go out, buy more, and make like my only period product these panties, but I do think that they have a place in the battle for Middle Earth. And when I say Middle Earth, I mean my uterus. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked that video, make sure to smash that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to also smash that subscribe button. And also click that bell to turn on post notifications, because I promise you 3 videos a week. Absolutely promise there'll be 3 videos a week on my channel, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but the days have become a little bit murky. But you know, 3 videos a week are coming your way, so click that little bell and you won't miss a single one. Check out my social media handles and make sure to check out my next feed. I do a lot of daily vlogging and Q&As on there, and thanks for watching.